Two, Lord Ark on Reddit said this game was the equivalent of a child smashing his action figures together. And honestly, I've never heard of a more accurate way of describing this series, Chronicler. And now we get another game. Hopefully just like
it was peak. You know what it reminded me of?
What did it remind you of?
Pacific Rim.
Oh, God. And you know I recently watched the film.
I know you love Pacific Rim.
Huge
that's
fan.
why I said it's a great film.
The father-son duo of Australians, amazing. Absolutely incredible. Just such a character development as well. All right, anyway, let's get into it. The Ambessa and the Azir, both going to be banned away here, as at least we can do our ABCs. Well, we haven't tested out the Bs yet. Let's see whether we can make it there. If there is a champion beginning with B, what would it be? Oh, B and V, the same in Korean, so that passes. We can ban Varus now, and I think that'll still count.
And then what?
Corky's not available. Yunara, that's your wrong end. Wrong end of the alphabet. We've gone off. It's Rise Group. It's okay.
Yeah. It's okay. We're getting a third game. Maybe they'll do it right then.
Yeah.
Because we all know, right? I think the space also highlighted there were just a couple of pivotal moments. I think these teams are very close in power level. So I would be shocked if we don't get ourselves our promised 5-gamer today. Now, when it comes to power picks still available,
Talia, Varus.
Wukong is the big one.
Oh, true.
That I would expect to be banned here. If they ban Wukong, though, Talia stays up. Yeah, it's Talia, Pantheon, and Wukong are like the big three, right? But what you can do is you can give them Pantheon and you get Wukong Talia. And I think that might actually be worth.
Could be. Let's see what DK does decide to do here.
That, but
they ban the Talia. So we're trading Wukong Pantheon. These Pantheon experiments have not been working.
Well, I think it's interesting, right? Because I do know that in, again, in other regions, he is still high prio, but he's not permad. So there are regions that make it work, but this is going to be Pantheon luck, and obviously it's going to be the Wukong here for Lucid. Because Trundle has already been... I think normally you'd love to play Trundle, but again, he played it last game, as we saw with his shenanigans flashing into multiple people. As
and any consideration...
Any Wukong is a combo that teams love.
We have been seeing it a fair bit.
And has been hard to reliably punish.
Ooh, throw a bear on them, then put him in a big circle? No, it's going to be the Wukong.
Gonna come through here. And then what, Galio, if you really want to lean to the globals, something we have seen.
Yep. You can also play some tanks pretty comfortably as well, given the fact that the Trundle has been taken away fearlessly. Let's see. Is it just going to be two solo laners locked away here? A matchup into the Annie is what Yehu is going to be looking for as a Rumble consideration.
I like that. You also want to take away Rumble, right? When they have Aurora, or when they have Wukong, rather, and Aurora is gone, that's what I was going to say.
Yep.
There could be a Shiu or an angle, but that's not really a counter matchup that makes you actually scared. And Bessa is also not in, because DRX banned it away. And then Galio, I think, makes the most sense here with the current...
Yeah, this is the textbook choice.
Of champions, also gives you double globals, gives you good setup as...
The late swap to the Victor.
I like the Galio a lot more. I think in theory, Victor should have a much better time in lane and actually be able to bully the Annie because you have such a big range advantage. In practice, I think Victor is so much weaker in mid-game than what Galio offers. So there are two angles here for Shiu, right? Either you go towards something like the Ornn and just accept the scaling, or do you want to try and play something else? You can even play Galio, funnily enough, if you would want to do that, which I would kind of love.
That would be kind of cool.
I think Ornn, though, kind of a no-brainer when it comes. And also, I feel like the Ornn would have been worse if they were playing Galio, because it makes it a lot harder to actually get your ult off. But they're playing Victor, so...
Yeah, not as much of a difficulty. So a bit of a death ball. This is precisely what we saw in game 1 of Genji versus Nongshim. Genji wielded a composition very similar to this very effectively. So we'll see what DK are going to round it out with. Still trying to figure out their first ban of the next round, and it will be... nothing yet. Kai'Sa.
What, Kai'Sa? And then they're going to ban Poppy Rakan, maybe? Alistair. could be on the ban list as well.
Yep.
Alistair and Poppy would be my guesses. Although Rakan Wukong is a really strong combo, so I could see them deny that as well. Because otherwise that's definitely coming in.
Yeah, they might not be as worried about the Poppy. If they do ban it away, it's them angling for a Rakan. But the problem then is that you can just have Rakan picked into you. So
yeah, I think if you ban Poppy here as DK especially, you put them in a really awkward situation.
Yeah.
So ban Poppy here, they have to ban Rakan. And then you can just go, Rel on 5. You don't even need to really worry about it.
It's true. Does add to that wombo pretty comfortably. The Beryl has been something that he's found success on in the past, as the Braum is actually the decision.
Braum instead. Interesting. Makes me wonder if they don't want to go towards a Rel, or maybe they just want to slam Nautilus on 4.
Yeah. Well, the Rakan is just going to be banned on the other side, as we were talking about. A difficult one to leave open.
Yeah, if you just nod on 4 here, like, what are they going to do? Renata? Renata hasn't been very good, I think, in recent times. And could also be a pick for aiming. That's the other consideration, obviously. And then you would pick, like, what, Jhin?
Yeah, something a little bit blindable.
Jhin into Rumble always feels a little bad, but Jhin obviously has a ton of power in the lane, and will come through.
Yep. Doesn't make me feel fantastic, even though there is a DK Jhin skin, so the team should be pretty good at it. Teddy, thinking about a misfortune.
Actually makes me feel great for game 3.
The Jhin situation?
Yeah, the Jhin situation,
yep.
Which I don't even... I think Jin's a good champion. I just think with how aiming plays, I don't think it fits him as well as a lot of other teams.
If this misfortune's locked in, Beryl's going to play Bard. How do you feel about that?
Well, not if Ando picks it first.
True. Who is that saving, though? That's the real question, and something that we're not going to find out until we're on the Rift. What is Ando going to play?
Isn't Bard actually a... Okay, so they're just going to go Nautilus.
Getting some engage.
Yeah, Victor MF, even Pantheon into Bard. Like, no one has a way... Oh, no.
He is actually going to be Beryl. I think it's a Brad angle.
Yeah, no, I'm with you. Jhin Bard.
It has been doing a lot of winning. However, it has been played by Genji and T1 most of the time.
Who do a lot of winning.
Yeah, so Rel is going to be the choice here. And, I mean, there is engage for billions of years in this composition. If Lucid gets ahead, like, everyone's getting chopped up.
We're also so close to having a really nice, consistent color scheme if it wasn't for Victor.
Yeah, true.
It's just like red and yellow.
Yeah.
That would have been good.
I mean, at least Victor has, like, the red bit on his collar.
Yeah, but you see it as well, right?
Yeah.
Doesn't really...
Maybe in the skins it's going to help out.
Maybe.
Or maybe it's just not, because
I think it's just not.
Yeah, all the champs are going to be real weird colors. So that's okay. Neither here nor there. As ladies and gentlemen, game 2. You remember game 1. Game 1, impossible to predict. If you asked me who won that game, and I had to remember back to who won it, it would take me a few different glimpses into the past to really work out who won. I know, obviously, DK walked away victorious, but how did they get there? It was off the back of a pentakill from Xiu that somehow happened after DRX were winning the game, and then unfortunately walked into an Aurora combo as a group of 4 people. If that hadn't have happened, maybe this is a very different story. If they had have just walked back, accepted the control of the mid inhibitor, that could have just been it. However, here we are. DK 1-0 in this series. And all we want, all we can hope for is 3 games.
All we need!
DRX. Let's go DRX. Let's do it! All right, here we are, ladies and gentlemen. On to the Rift for game 2 of this glorious series. DK already with a bit of an invade going on, as Andil not going to be walking up just yet. And we've just got pings gone all over the place. Teddy will be walking out of the way of Beryl. And she...
No, I get it. They're setting up their lane swap wards, right?
Yeah, that's what it is. Got to make sure that you have those.
I do love that we still just swap almost every game, but it's just, you know, 3 minutes
at the same time. Yep.
So it's fine.
And it doesn't really work the same way because both teams are swapping at the same time anyway.
Yeah, and even if they don't, like it's not. I think the real thing with lane swaps was just that your top laner is just like level 1 for 5 minutes, and it's just not.
Yeah.
It's just not what you want.
Well, let's see if this Pantheon win rate is going to stay at infinity %, or whether he is going to suffer his first loss. Some crashing down towards Andil is going to come on through here as Beryl now takes the alcove way.
Well, it's just 100%, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, no, I say big percentage numbers because it's funny that it's impossible to be true.
Oh, that's my bad then for
yeah.
taking a literal.
I
apologize.
I mean, it does make sense, but sometimes I like not making sense. That's all right. Showmaker and Yahoo just fighting one another. As we can see, Victor has always had a bit of a range advantage in the matchup. So he's feeling okay about how things are going. And Beryl and Aiming do make it to level 2 first. So they're going to have some control of this wave once again. Already it is a decent advantage, actually, for DK. But the hook is going to connect here by Andil. Deadly Flourish doing absolutely nothing at all. That could be a big deal, however. Just a bit of help off Aiming and Beryl. The Dancing Grenade is going to come down to try and alleviate that. DRX actually trading pretty nicely here towards this bottom side.
It is again, though. We have Teddy with the cleanse here. Aiming with a barrier. So Aiming feeling a lot better about his situation. Really, that cleanse feels so bad. I get why you do it, because you're playing into both the root, right, the Q from Beryl.
Yeah.
Showmaker is really struggling, but Showmaker with the bear as well. But you're still also playing into like all this knock-up CC from entire topside, and it feels bad.
Yeah. A cleanse is not going to help you that much into Rel, Ornn, and Wukong.
No, exactly. As a Sponge does have an angle towards bot side. Way stronger, obviously.
Yeah, the hook is going to connect there as Beryl doesn't actually have to press any buttons. And they do know that Sponge is indeed there, as Lucid has taken his blue buff. It's now looking for a little bit of an angle towards the top side of the map as well. This could be... Oh, never mind. Not going to be a double scuttle because that was a buff that he just took. And it was a blue buff, in fact. My brain is going. But it is just going to be a trade of scuttles, as the Wukong's going to be able to take the top one.
Yeah, if you get double scuttled as Pantheon versus Wukong, there are steps.
Yeah, that does seem wrong.
Unless all your lanes are losing, which they are not. They are all winning, in fact.
Yeah, they're doing very, very well. All winning, I mean, it's not really going to be indicated in the minions.
In Prio, right?
Yeah.
Like, and Showmaker is now pushing back, obviously, because he got back to lane first, but... Yeah, winning in terms of you have jungle prios, or you have mid lane and top lane.
So DRX have tempo, but DK have the tempo vibes.
Do they have the tempo vibes, though?
I mean, no one really does in this series, do they?
Or do they both?
No, you can't have both.
You can't both?
No, it's one way or the other.
Huh.
That's how it goes.
But can't you both ride the wave that is the tempo vibe?
Because otherwise, the wave has to go one of 2 directions.
Okay.
So if you're riding the wave with the opponent, you just go in their direction. As Shiu is going to knock up Rich, doesn't actually proc the brittle, so...
But I feel like in that last game, it kind of, it was going in a third unexplored direction that we couldn't really quite comprehend.
Oh no, that was when it was going back and forth a lot as the hook barely misses onto Beryl there.
Oh, it just creates the illusion of...
Yeah.
I got you.
Because it's just reverberating.
No, it makes sense. I get it.
Showmaker continuing to take a lot here from Yahoo. Does have a Ruby Crystal built up as well. Having a look down at the CS numbers, Showmaker doing just fine, but as far as pressure in the lane, you can see that Yahoo is having a good time there. And this should be one of those games where DK... Okay, that's a flash forward from Beryl, as they're chasing after Teddy. Andil hasn't completed the back yet, as Deadly Flourish going to connect, but now it's just a dead Showmaker. All right, Lucid is now just going to dive out of the jungle towards Sponge, but Sponge didn't take any damage. He just charged a Q. So that's just first blood going over to DRX.
Seen that one before. Showmaker getting taken out early. Laning pressure from Ye, who sets it up. And then Sponge, so it doesn't even need to flash, by the way.
Yeah, and doesn't get hit by the turret. It's Yahoo that actually tanked that one up.
Very clean. If he takes a turret shot, I think Lucid still doesn't really have kill threat. But maybe he can apply some pressure, get a summoner. Nope. None of that. And Lucid is a pre-6 Wukong, so doesn't really get to do anything. This Beryl, good making use of that not having your flash buddy.
Yeah.
Great summoner usage. I'm joking. I know he traded out the heal instead of the flash, but I just wanted to kind of burn him for that flash because it was not great. I get the dragon. Switch dragon for a mid lane kill, as they do retake tempo momentarily.
Yeah,
And,
DK not feeling too worried, I don't think. And if we're talking about like late game, it's kind of interesting. I do feel like DRX are actually in pretty good standing with the fact that they have this Victor who's gonna, you know, stack up and be really scary, especially if they can get some resets for him, which should be able to be set up quite comfortably with things like Nautilus ulti and stuff like that.
Yeah, it's kind of interesting. I think looking at the role scaling, I think it's pretty even. Like Victor obviously is better, and then Wukong I think is better as
Aiming. Okay, Beryl is coming over. Wow, they just don't go in.
Oh my god. That's gonna at least get the
This
stop.
is crazy. All right, there's the equalizer to come down. And Aiming has to use the barrier as well. Beryl, no flash, remember, so he is not making it out of this one. Deadly Flourish is decent, but Rich is able to tank that one up. Man, their patience really paying off underneath this top outer turret.
It's a very big win. That's a kill going over to Rich. That could be what allowed DRX to really snowball and run away with this game. As Aiming, he does live. Beryl gives his life for his AD carry, as any good support will do. I'm about to say, Lucid should make sure that Aiming can catch this wave.
Yeah.
Clearing his red first. Think that without anyone else there, Aiming looks to be fine. As Teddy, I was about to say, I think it's fine. I don't even think Aiming got damage on before, so the Flourish wouldn't have... as much as...
Bullet time almost just kills him. Now he's going to look to go back home. Lucid comes on over to check on these grubs, finds that there is a cheeky Pantheon trying to hit them. Shu moving over a ward here, as we can see.
Lucid, yeah, he really wants to get one. We'll see if he's given the time or not. Wants to hold on to his W and should be able to get one. I think maybe backs off of that W. They did rotate over Shiu, so going for more.
Yeah, Lucid actually not having to use the smite onto that one, as the hook is going to be eaten by the Bellows Breath. Gets himself out with the Searing Charge nicely. No gravity field value there, and now the Ornhorn's going to ring in. There's the flash to make sure that it connects as well as Cyclone. Such huge value, and the curtains were called from off screen to get Aiming that kill. And instead of just taking the one, they'll take all three. Now Showmaker's just going to burn down. Tiv is trying to get angry. Showmaker survives. As Rich moves forward, that gravity field, fantastic for the disengage. But DRX really losing out on that one.
Suspiciously clean engage from DK there. I'm not sure what that means.
I think it means Shu's back.
Well, we'll see. This was a really nice play here. Really good vision set up there by Rich. And then I'm just wondering, like, how... I guess the timer wasn't right there, and then here Arnold tries to go in, as you highlight, really nicely played by Shiu, using the W and then charging out. But then specifically this, all going in, doesn't matter that it's a Pantheon when you have enough damage, you're coming from enough angles with enough CC, and it does feel like the fact that, imagine if Teddy has his ultimate there.
Yeah.
That attempted kill onto Aiming, not quite working out. The fact that DRX are still looking for a heavy contest, despite that, I think actually a very big deal, because they were setting themselves up pretty well. And yeah, looking at the scaling conversation, I think range just reigns supreme between two teams that both are kind of messy. DK do have a lot of hard engage. They also have the Ornn, right, which I think always tilts the conversation in your favor. But really, the threat of a late game Victor that with like a laser or two can really set you up. Plus, all the disengage that they have, or rather zone control, to try and set up for Teddy, having a big ult, I think could have been fine. I think DRX is still in a fine position. You know, just the grubs don't matter that much. But if the team fights are actually set up well by DK, they're gonna look like that. Because their team fighting, like their 5v5 power is frankly disgusting.
Oh, yeah, who's just going to walk towards Shu here, towards his top side of the map. And nothing else really going to come of it. He's got a lot of magic resist, as both solo lanes are, of course, going to be doing magic damage. So Shu happy to go for that Rooken angle or something of that ilk.
Yeah, he needs to be careful, though, about... I assume it will just be Rooken first, because that's where you usually go into a Rumble. And there's also Victor's, the other laner you're going to be facing off against.
Oh.
But he grouped really early. And you can already see that that's led to an experience lead for Rich. You need to make sure you hit your levels on Ornn. More so than any other tank, right? Sign, I think, can afford to drop a lot more, even though obviously he wants to farm up Soul Furnace. But Need to be able to actually give out those ornaments. It's a big part of where the power budget of your champion is.
Speaking of power budgets, we have both of the junglers picking up their first items.
Ooh.
The Sponge with that big one in the Sundered Sky, but Trinity Force is done here for Lucid at about the same time as well. Shu taking some damage here from Yehu. Both of these solo lanes on the top side of the map, holding their teleports, ready to come in for a potential fight around this dragon. Let's see whether Rich is going to be okay, though, as he gets stunned up by Tibbers. And this Alcove Gaming is going to be a difficult one. The equalizer goes down, but it's not going to be enough to save him as they all get amongst it. Beryl finds the Magnet Storm. The Annie does fall down, but Sponge will be dying as well, as Yehu's teleported in, and the rest of DRX are going to join this party earlier and teleport in to allow Shiu to join the fight. Shattering Strike is good, and the Gravity Field doesn't really do anything at all. Aiming moves on down, and DK keep the rest of them alive. A 4 versus 3 now around this dragon. Lucid is still up. Andil looking for a hook as Beryl not going to get tagged by that one. One more link in the chain would have probably done it. It was very close. But DK still feeling like they don't have the buttons for this. We'll be backing away.
I don't know about the double, triple down there from DRX.
All right, well, here's going to be another engage that could be worrisome here for DRX, as Andal does have the support of the gravity field. The depth charge is good, though, as Lucid gets out of the bullet time just barely, but so does Andal. So no one's dead just yet. Rich is going to find a bit of an angle here towards Beryl as the curtains have been. Oh, there goes Andal, just from the fog of war, and he's deleted from the map. And now Teddy fighting, aiming the Deadly Flourish, not going to connect, but the Ram will! Aiming gets the barrier, flashes out of the way of Teddy. Yehu in so much trouble, but she was just by himself, and Yehu's able to walk it off. Lucid going in, but isn't able to find the angle. That was a mess, if ever I've seen one.
Well, that's Rise Group, baby!
Oh man, it was too much Rise Group. I couldn't follow it.
There were like 5 fights going on all at once. And consecutively...
I guess DRX wins and are able to equalize the dragons.
Yes, that is what it... How that happens off of this play, I have no idea. Because they should just... The moment this happens, I think DRX should just abandon ship. Right? Like, it's fine. It's not that big a deal. You give up one. Instead... There's double down with Sponge actually committing. They triple down with Yehu TPing in. I don't know why Aiming didn't ult there earlier, by the way. Like, I feel like that would have been a much better fight for DK than the one they actually ended up taking, which is going into a choke point against the Victor, which ends up working just because Lucid barely stays alive. Teddy throws his ult, unfortunately, just without the real follow-up that you need for it. And then Shiu goes...
Oh, we're team fighting again.
A little bit way too deep.
Okay, Flash Magnet Storm going to come on through there as Aiming looks to close the distance onto Teddy. Lucid gets on top of Sponge, and Showmaker gets in there and deletes the Pantheon, but now Beryl's in so much trouble. Yehu in a good spot, but Teddy is just dead. And so Yehu and Andal, the last men standing, as Showmaker and Beryl having to try and play Frogger to get out of this one. Rich equalizing, going to catch out the Annie. And down goes Beryl as well, who decided to stick around to keep Tibbers company. Understandably so. Tibbers is pretty cool. And a 2 for 2 in the end.
I love this. This is exactly what I wanted. You know, this is no Pacific Rim 2. This is a...
Oh no, this is Pacific Rim 1. The one with all the charm. It's a bit, you know, a bit cringy, but it's fine.
It's okay.
We love it.
This is obviously a fight to the death over a blue buff that starts with Beryl missing, then flashing, and I guess just still doing a good job in the fight because Teddy is forced to flash immediately. Then they really overstay her, because if they leave after this, I think they're fine, but they want to get out Showmaker and Beryl. If Showmaker is able to maybe get to the cone, which he wasn't able to due to the positioning, he'd be fine.
That equalizer was actually so well played because it was max range as well.
Yeah, and he had to, right? He had to get the kill somehow. If Showmaker was able to pick up the little plant. I don't even know what they are, like individual fruits of the plant.
The honey fruit?
Yeah.
Yep.
Individual pieces of honey fruit. That would have been big. Yeah. Not the case. Dragons, 1-1. Yet another. I feel like, you know what? It's actually fitting for this series.
Oh yeah, we got another Chemtech ult.
Yeah.
Yeah, there we go.
And Shiu, while all of that was happening, is like, guys, I need to hit level 13, please. Let me be. And he was just living his best life.
We can talk about feats of strength as well. One more objective here for DK will be able to upgrade those shoes, or if they manage to get themselves a turret which bottom lane outer is getting a little bit low.
Atlas, I'm going to be very real with you.
Please.
I think Feats on list of things that are going to decide this game.
Oh, it's not going to decide. I just wanted something to talk about, you know?
It doesn't make top 20.
No.
I love Rise Group, man.
Whether Xiu can get a pentakill or not, that's what's going to decide.
The Ornn Penta?
Yep, that's what's going to get there. Flash out there from Sponge to avoid the deadly flourish. His barrel down to 50%. Immediately, the ram has been called and they turn it on to Rich immediately. He flashes away. Tibbers is keeping them occupied. Deadly flourish to try and catch out Andal yet again. The bullets flying in. The first two ring true. And there's the third to lock down the Nautilus. Aiming, this guy is pretty clean on this Jhin, man. I'm a bit of a Jhin doubter normally, as now Barrel's going to get caught out. There is an exhaust onto Rich. The dive in from Lucid finds a Cyclone onto 2. Rich will get taken down, but the bullet time is able to execute the Wukong. And now Showmaker once again in a super uncomfortable position, and DK are just out of it. It is the follow-up. There's the Grand Starfall as well as aiming. What are we doing? We are just dying. As soon as I say good things about aiming, he just gets obliterated.
I knew it was way too clean. It made way too much sense.
It was a bit of an overextension, was it not? Is that what it came down to?
They did dive very deep into the enemy jungle for seemingly no reason. Let's take a look at the fight. So they go in on the Rel, which obviously doesn't end up working out very nicely. I actually like the turn from DK a lot here. Everyone gets zoned away because of the threat of Ornn. They can't go through the choke point, so they turn onto Rich. Rich is able to get out, but unfortunately Andal tanks what feels like most of the Tibbers. And right here, DK have options in front of them. And the right option is shove out mid-wave, do the Herald. But Beryl has other plans.
So
and
Lucid
DK should have just
Herald.
Yeah, let them have other plans because Lucid follows up together with Showmaker, gets obliterated. Even if Rich dies, it doesn't really change the fact that they're very deep in the enemy jungle. And then 3 people die for seemingly no reason, which I think DRX are also like, guys, this is actually really nice of you. It's very fair play, you know?
Yep.
You get some, we get some. They get the Herald, and now they're sitting at a gold lead. And game 3 has never looked better.
Shattering Strike, a decent answer here, but it is going to be the outer turret falling down. There is another option here, as Rich taking so much damage, the Jhin just blows him up, and that was a clone that goes down in response. Sponge, the stun, that's going to set it up. Aiming, locks down yet another one. DK back in the driver's seat once again, but they are fighting this whole time. They're both in the front of the car, and they're punching each other, pulling one out of the driver's seat. The other one punches back,
Atlas.
pulls him out of the driver's seat, and they're still driving. It's basically speed.
Atlas, no.
It's another Keanu Reeves movie.
Atlas, it's Mad Max!
Oh, that's it as well.
It's
That's
the
another
Fury
good one.
Road!
That is another good one. I went back a little far in time, you know. Let's keep it at 60, everyone. Okay. If you want to see young Keanu Reeves, you know, I think Sandra Bullock in a great film.
I think for the Keanu Reeves continuity, yours is a lot better. When it comes to the actual movie, though, come on, you gotta give. To
Mad Max is far cooler. But is that really Rise Group?
Actually, it's a very good point.
All right, we're gonna see this turret did go down. So DRX traded up in that instance, but then they traded 2 kills back.
Rich, why? So what I think he tried to do is he tried to take the Herald and then train out. But he could have also just left. So instead, Lucid smites Herald, and then he just dies. And the rest of his team's like, oh, we gotta help. No, don't help Rich. He made this path. He chose it himself.
Do you want an anecdote from Twitch chat real quick?
Always.
This is Sleepy Sand. Says, I don't know if this is curing my cold or making it worse. That is such a Rise Group thing to feel.
Rise is a fever dream.
It is. And is it making things better or worse? You don't know. This also, don't know whether it's better or worse for anyone right now, as Lucid does get hooked, but otherwise not too much going to come of it.
All right, Xiu, I want to see you hit level 13, buddy.
Yeah.
I know you want to join your team, but that's not... Yeah, there you go. Go back. Guys, it's just Otacon. They're not going to full commit to Otacon. Neither team should be doing Otacon, by the way. No, Atlas. Atlas, no. No, no.
By the way, one more kill. One more kill for Beryl
to
get to 500. That's pretty cool. He'll be the second support to do it here in the LCK. Just do Otacon. That'll get you some kills.
I don't know. I'm just going to blindly assume the first one is carry out because he gets way more kills than a
Yeah, he
support should
recently
have.
hit that.
Yeah,
as well. Beryl was right on his tail. And actually, hang on, doesn't this mean because DK, this is like their first series, and Carrier hit it in his first series, based on series, theoretically they hit it at exactly the same time.
Oh, that'd be cool.
Because scheduling put T1 first.
I would love
That's
that.
if he gets another kill. He needs to get another kill to make that happen.
Oh, that'll happen. I don't know whether it'll, be good, but I should be imminent at some point.
Yep.
Neither team, to be very, very, very clear, neither team should be doing this one.
Oh, she was also, he's level 13.
Oh, look how much damage. It's all Rod of Ages Victor. Oh,
yeah.
look at it. Yeah,
look at my Rookin.
Yeah, he doesn't do damage. Even with Leander's hand, he does a lot. So, neither team should be doing it because DK is the wombo combo of everyone's nightmare.
I'm seeing a lot of DK players.
And then I'm Atlas, I swear. And then DRX has so much AoE damage.
They can also
Rich,
pile it in.
Rich, do not walk up to the... Oh, no.
Oh, dear.
Oh, dear.
Well, Rich is likely to die. However, he just flashes. Deadly Flourish comes down. There's a Grand Starfall.
Andil!
And Andil finds the angle there. Throws the ulti on the barrel. They take down Showmaker immediately as the Ram is going to try and cause a ruckus in the backline, but it doesn't really do much of anything at all as the flash to get out of that Arcane Storm. A lot of buttons now on cooldown. But Teddy still has bullet time. This is very scary.
Oh,
and now 5 versus 4.
Don't do it, DRX.
22 seconds.
DRX.
22 seconds.
DRX, 4 members are alive. No. Get away from the Beyblade!
Oh, God. Okay, Shiu looking for a bit of an angle here, but Yehu is going to be able to read it.
Aiming his ult.
Yeah, Showmaker has teleport as well.
DRX,
So in 10 seconds, 9 seconds. Down to 50% is Otacon. Sponge is taking most of his health bar for this. This is so scary. 2 seconds on Showmaker. They need to make sure that there's a ward for him to teleport. He's immediately teleporting as now they're backing away. The bullets are just going anywhere they really want to as Lucid and Sponge are fighting for the Otacon, but it resets. Oh, we're doing this dance again, ladies and gentlemen. All right, reform the battle lines. As there's a hook, it lands on Shi, who's building an item, for goodness sake, and they lose their front line. And now it's 40 seconds, and this time he has no teleport.
They caught him shopping. Only Orn can do that one in the brush.
No, he was building. He wasn't even shopping. He was creating.
Same thing, Atlas, to this extent.
He is very dead.
Okay, I still don't like this call. Oh, why were we doing this? There's 4 people up. Showmaker has ult.
Well, let's see whether Showbang can get in. He doesn't have flash.
Lucid a Cyclone!
Yep, let's see whether Lucid can find the angle. They do read it. As there is the Scryer. Lucid looks for it here. Finds the Cyclone onto Rich. Gets the double knock-up. Aiming turns up. They take down the Rumble, and once again, the Otacon is extremely low. And these health bars are the same thing because DRX were tanking Otacon for forever. The smite doesn't work from Sponge. Otacon goes to DK and Yahoo. It's a massive Arcane Storm, but unfortunately, the DK players are weathermen. They're very happy about this as Sponge ults in with no health. That was so scary, but he's okay. He puts up the shield, and they walk away. It's 13-13 in kills. But
Every day is Rise Group. I want to live in the Rise Group. Every single match should be Rise Group. This is Cinema Atlas.
I don't know what I'm watching, though. This is like, it's like watching Tenet for the first time, you know? I'm like, I can see it. It feels like it's provocative, but I just have no idea what's happening.
Why is Robert Pattinson not explaining more? I don't know. As a completely over 4th player from Beryl, as well as Showmaker. Showmaker is Annie. He doesn't have flash. He just goes down immediately. Then the obsession of DRX with this Otacon leads them to disaster.
Twice!
As Lucid,
Twice, Chronicler!
15 times at this point. I can't defend them. As this watch 30 health, by the way. Watch this. Because Sponge, his health bar is low, but he's trying to Q smite because that should be better because he has the execute on Q. But he can't wait for the full stacks because he's dying to Aiming, who was just there the whole time.
And Sponge, if he didn't have the shield up immediately, he was just dead.
You know what the best part is?
I mean, the game is not over. The gold is identical. It is Chemtech Soul here for DK, but DRX had that in game 1. That didn't matter. That didn't change anything. Oh, it's such a perfect Rise Soul. I'm actually going to give... okay, never mind, we're fighting. Sponge taking a lot of damage here, but the Ram is going to start this one off. The bullet time, the entire duration is eaten by Shiu, and he says, and what? He did not care about that at all. And the Pantheon this time died 5 times. Is this the first loss for Pantheon here in the LCK since we got back from MSI?
Might be the case.
Well, Andil is, I don't know what, he looked like a clone. That's the way he was behaving. But unfortunately, that's what you look like when you are stunned in the jungle. Another Cyclone going to come on through there as the curtains are being called, and Rich goes down. DK all of a sudden have claimed full control of the tempo vibes, and they are not letting them go. Well, they will, obviously, soon, but not for now.
Inevitably.
By the time I finish my sentence, they may not have lost the game, Chronicler.
Inevitably, at one point, they will. As that's just what we know. That is life. In the Rise group.
Oh.
Okay, so we went in. Lucid did get the clone off, and this ult just doesn't. As you're saying, it literally only hit Shiu.
And he kind of grinned.
Yeah, he did. I mean, he doesn't care. He's on. This play is crazy, though. The fact that Lucid is waiting here in this brush, I think, is very unexpected. Immediate setup as well there, coming in from the Jhin to ensure that no one can follow up. And there are so many... There's just so much to look at. Showmaker being 3 and 6.
Yeah.
A Sponge being...
It's a 9 and 1 Jhin.
No, I know. 9 and 1 Jhin. Beryl, who, by the way, has actually been having, despite on my eyes, in my memory, I see burns. So many like random engages, missed skill shots.
Yep.
Flashes into, doesn't matter.
That's my go, baby. That's how you know. Even when it looks like he's misplaying, it's okay.
It's not.
They're winning. Unless they're losing, guys. That can happen too.
Oh, let's be real. DRX, no. They just need to keep their composure. They're just one DK Baron throw away from fully taking control. You can even give over Chemtech Soul.
And it's their turn to throw. They have the ball.
And you can just give them Chemtech Soul and then play for Elder.
Unless Rich is just dead. No, he does flash to get out of the way.
It's fine. He
gets a Cyclone cooldown.
That's nice. So trade up, but right now, maybe that gives him a window as...
Oh, that was frustrating. This is almost 4 items done for aiming. 3 items are there for Teddy. His ult does so much damage right now.
Atlas, I need to pick a palm for either team.
Good luck. Good luck, buddy. Oh, this is one of those, like, oftentimes I'm really jealous of you guys doing palms. Not today.
Like... I could still, DRX very conceivably could still win this series.
Yeah.
I would have no idea.
Give the like, 0-2 on pump for getting a pentakill last game. Just do that.
It's like you.
Nah, it's Shiu. Oh, if DRX wins the series, it's Teddy. It's just really easy.
Is it? Yeah, I guess it has to be.
Yeah.
Is it though?
Or when in doubt, Teddy.
Is it though?
Yeah. Well, yeah. Don't think too hard. Just give it to Teddy. Or give it to Rich, because he won that 1v1 2 levels down. That was cute. If I only consider that play, I'm giving it to Rich. Aiming has now completed the 4 items. They're 2,000 gold ahead. That doesn't mean very much. And it's now 13 seconds until Chemtech Soul and DRX.
All right, Beryl.
Oh, God. Okay, Shiu is going to get spotted. He looks for Teddy, but he may just be dead. He gets bullet timed, and there he goes. What did he mean by this? We'll never know.
You're on! You don't need to flank! You have the best hard engage in the game! Just press R!
Oh, I love the Rise group, man. They're going to give up this one Chemtech Drake, and she will respawn in 30 seconds time.
It's fine. It's just one Drake. It's fine. It doesn't matter.
He was like, give the Palm to Beryl, as Beryl gets hooked immediately as I say that. Let's not talk about Palm anymore. Grand Starfall is going to be used by Sponge. They caught him on the wrong side of the map. Exactly right, but it's 19 seconds until Shiu comes up. And Andil, he just dies in 2 shots.
Assassin Jhin?
I guess when you have all of that AD, that's going to work, as Sponge flashes into a bullet from the bullet time, but that's the only one that connects.
Why is Showmaker here?
Okay, well now he's going to be able to find them. The Magnastorm is going to connect onto who is now just put in the blender by Lucid. He then gets on top of Teddy and cyclones him down somehow. It all just works out.
Is it just over?
I hope not. No. I needed DRX to win this game. You cannot end it like this, DK. This is not how this story ends.
No!
This is an epic, not a short story. All right, well, the Ram is going to come down. Shiu's going to see whether they can take them out. The triple knock-up from Shiu as he gets the double kill to boot. Handle goes down again, and I think aiming just did 5 trillion damage to him. And there's the ace, and there goes the Nexus. DK clean 2-0. But there is everything to see here, and it was all beautiful.
This is the moment where I lament the loss of POG, because both my votes would have been so easy, and now I have to pick.